It could be, in fact, the single most important development in all Western music. It was called equal temperament, and this is how it worked. On a modern, equal-tempered keyboard, I can play in any or all of the available 12 key families to my heart's content. So I can play this in the key that Fats Waller played it in the 1930s, E-flat, or in the key of G, or C, or for that matter, F-sharp. Moving from key family to key family like that, the posh name is modulation, on one instrument is what equal temperament made possible. It also made it possible for lots of different instruments to play in tune with each other, which, believe it or not, they couldn't easily do before. So it's worth finding out how this happened. Looking again at our piano layout, we see that if we find the note C, for example, it occurs 8 times from bottom to top of the keyboard. We also notice that there are 12 other notes between each of the Cs. This is the thing. As it happens, in Western music, there are in fact at least 19 subdivisions between one C and another, not 12. This is what they sound like. For some instruments, playing all these squashed together notes wasn't an issue. Cellos, say, are flexible because you can change a note by sliding your finger by tiny degrees along the string. But instruments like the trumpet and piano can't play them because their mechanical valves, buttons, tabs and keys are fixed. It's like the difference between this swanny whistle with its flexible pitch and this recorder with its fixed pitch. What equal temperament did was effectively to abolish 7 of the 19 subdivisions and create a standardized 12 that would swallow up the other little notes. So what used to be the 2 separate notes, F sharp and G flat, became one all-purpose note that accommodated both. B sharp, even though it still gets written out in music, got gobbled up as a separate entity by the note C, and so on. In their natural state, the notes of the octave are not evenly spaced. What equal temperament did was to equalize the distance between notes. Thanks to this compromise, you could now jump from chord to chord as often as you liked. The new system of tempering, or tuning, worked. Indeed, it was J.S. Bach himself who, in around 1722, presented the most conclusive evidence that it worked. He composed 2 books of pieces to be played in all the new 12 standardized keys, both major and minor. He even called the books the Well-Tempered Clavier, or keyboard. What followed Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier were 300 years in which instruments and our ears were calibrated to equal temperament. One reason the traditional music of, say, Indonesia sounds exotic and mysterious to Western ears is because it uses a different system of tuning. Traditional music apart, though, equal temperament has now been adopted all over the globe.